Hello students, welcome to the e-learning module of Panchkarma. We have already covered introduction to Panchkarma and the various other aspects. In today's module, we will be going to chapter 3, that is Swedan, and covering its introduction, classification and properties. Swedan curve is one of the most widely used procedures and is designed to induce swed, that is sweating, which is one of the three mal. It is one of the two very important Purkar modalities in Panchkarma, but it is not only limited to Purkar. When administered after Snehan and precedes Vaman or Virechan, it is included in Purukarma. When it is given as a treatment modality as part of Shadvid Ukram, it is a Pradhan Karma. And when it is used as Paschat Karma in Shalya Tantra or Basti etc., it can be included in Paschat Karma as well. While defining Swedan, Acharya Charak says, Stambha Gaurav Shitagnam Swedanam Swedakarakam. That is, Swedan is a procedure which relieves the body of Stambha, that is stiffness, Sheath, that is cold, Gaurav, that is heaviness in body, and the procedure which induces Swed, that is sweat. Ayurvedic Shabdkosh, while explaining the term Swedan, says application of Agni or Niragni Swed to increase the temperature of a body part is called as Swedan. As we are reading that production of Swed or induction of sweating is the main feature of Swedan. Let's review Swed in brief. Swed or sweating is a normal physiological function of the body, and Swed is also one of the three mal. As we are aware, mal, in spite of being a waste product, have got very useful functions in the body, and acharyas have also said in some contexts that these mal can be life-saving also. When we talk about swed, it as mal of the body helps in maintaining cleanliness of the body in balanced state, which can be validated by Vagbhat statement that swed helps in holding clay. In Sutrasthan Adhyay 11, Vagbhat says, Swedasya Klen Vidriti. What is the importance of Swedan Karma? It is one of the very rare procedures which can be included in all the Trivid Karma. It is a major preparatory procedure for Panchkarma therapies and is administered to liquefy the doshas present in the Shakha, which have achieved Snigdhata by previously induced Snehan Karma, and it helps these doshas to spread in the system in order to make it convenient to expel them out with the help of pradhan karma like vaman, virechan, basti, etc. It is also a very important treatment modality in kapha vata pradhan disorders. Swedan karma has been classified according to various properties and nature, द्विविध भेद, त्रिविध भेद, chaturvid bhed, etc. Coming to Dvivid Bhed, it has many categories. According to contact of Agni or Sanyog of Agni, it is Agni and Niragni Swed. According to the body part covered, it is of Ekang and Sarvang Bhed. According to nature of the medicine or properties of the medicine, it is Snigdh or Ruksha type. Further, according to the results expected, it is Sanchamaniya or Sanshodhana. So, where it is being used to pacify the doshas, it is Sanshamaniya type, and where we are expecting Sanshodhan, it is Sanshodhanang Sweep. In Trivid Bhed, the categories covered are Mridu, Madhyam, and Mahan. It is according to the intensity of Swedan Karma. where we are inducing Mridu Swed, that is least sweating, it is Mridu Swed, where we are inducing medium category of Swed, it is Madhyam, and we are inducing profuse sweating, it is Mahan Swed. Snigdha Ruksha and Ruksha. It is according to the gun of the various medicines which are used in Swedankar. Ruksha, where Kapha Pradhan nature is there. Snigdha Ruksha, where Vata Kaphaj Vikar are there. And Snigdha, where pure Vata Vikar are there, is used. Amongst Chaturvid Bhed, Acharya Sushruta has said Tap, Ushma, Upna, and Drav are the four various categories of Sweden. While commenting on Chaturvid Swed, Dallan has clarified that all the various forms of Swedan prescribed by Charak are covered in these four categories, that is Tap, Ushma, Upna, and Drav. As we can see on this slide, Tap Swed includes Jaintak, Karshu, Kuti, Koop, and Holak. Ushma Swed includes Sankar, Prastar, Ashmagna, Nadi, Kumbhi, and Bhusved. And Drav includes Parishek and Avgasved. So the categories are not very different but have been concised for better understanding. Other acharyas have also given various classification, like Harith has given Saptavid Swed, Kashyap has given Ashtavid Swed, which are to be done on children. Bhel has also given Ashtavid Swed. Sanyog of Agni is the major difference between various forms of Swedan. Therefore, an important classification of Sagni Swed and Niragni Swed has been given. It is based on the use or Sanyog of Agni in the process of Swedankam and was first mentioned in Charak Samhita. There are 10 types of Niragni Swed and 13 types of Sagni Swed. Niragni Swed, as the name suggests, is without the direct contact of Agni in the Swedan procedures. As discussed earlier, it is of 10 types, which is Vyayam, Ushna Sadan, Guru Pravaran, Shudha, Bahupan, Bhay, Upna, Krodh, Ahav, and Atap. Vyayam, that is exercise in sufficient duration, induces sweating. Ushna Sadan is residing in a warm chamber without the Sanyog of Agni. This chamber should be devoid of direct entry to air. Guru Pravran, that is covering someone with thick or heavy, preferably woolen clothing. Shuddha, that is going hungry. Bahupanim, it is excessive drinking of alcohol. Bhay, that is fear. Upna, it is application of poultice without the direct contact of heat, usually by cow dung or feces of animal like elephant or camel. Krodh, that is inducing excessive anger. Ahav, that is wrestling, Malla and Atap, it is exposure to sun's rays for a prolonged duration. All of these induce sway and reduce stambh, gaurav, etc. Coming to Sagni Swed, these are the set of procedures which include direct contact of Agni during the preparation or the conduction of the therapy. These include Sankar Swed, Prastar Swed, Nadi Swed, Parishek Swed, Avgah, Jaintak, Ashmagna, Karshu, Kuti, Bhu, Kumbhika, Koop, and Hulak. All of these procedures will be discussed in detail in the coming lectures. Having understood the Sweden procedure and its classification, it is time to understand what constitutes a good Swedan Dravya. According to Acharya Charak, a good Swedan Dravya will be one which has the properties which are Ushnam, Tikshnam, Saram Snigdham, Ruksham, Sukshmam, Dravam Sthiram, Dravyam Guru cha yat praya taddi Swedanam Uchyate. That is, a good Swedan Dravya will have Ushna, that is hot property, Tikshna, that is sharp, Sar, that is having a tendency to flow, Snigdh, that is it will be unctuous. It will be unctuous only if we are inducing Snigdha Swed. Or Ruksh, that is Ruksh property or rough property for Ruksh Swed. Sukshma, that is having the property to penetrate microchannels. Drava, that is liquid in nature. Sthir, that is able to provide sthirta. And Guru, that is heavy in nature. So, according to the results expected, the correct medicine is to be chosen for inducing Swedan. Hemadri, while commenting on the various gunas of Dravya, has said, Swedane Ushnaha, that is, Ushna gun induces Swed. Shodhane Tikshnaha, that is, Tikshna gun helps in Shodhan or removal of Srotorod. Yasya Prerane Shakti Sa Saraha, that is, Sargun induces movement of morbid dosh. Yasya Kledane Shakti Sah Snigdha, that is, Snigdhagun induces Kled. Shoshane Rukshaha, that is, Rukshagun removes extra fluids and induces dryness. Yasya Vivarne Shakti Sa Sukshmaha, that is, Sukshmagun helps in reaching microchannels. Yasya Vilodane Shakti Sa Dravaha, that is, Dravagul helps in liquefaction of morbid doshas. Dharane Sthiraha, that is, Sthirgun helps in inducing stability. Yasya Dravyasya Brahane Shakti Sa Guru, that is, Guru Gun helps in Vriddhi of dosh as well as Brihan of body. So, considering all these gunas and their actions and the type of treatment we are giving, Swedan can be used for inducing Swed or removal of Srotorod or Sanshodhan as well as Brahan if we use Gurugun. After having understood the properties of Swedan Dravya, let's come to which drugs have been classified as Swedan or Swedopag Dravya. While explaining various Dashimani gun, Acharya Charak has given a Swedopag gun and it includes Shubhanjan, Erand, Ark, Vrishchir, Punarnava, Yav, Til, Kulath, Mash, and Badar. I would request students to have a look at the properties of all these Dravya from their Dravyagun literature and try to classify them amongst the various types of Swedan Dravya or Swedan classification like Ruksh, Snigdh, etc. and understand which Dravya can be used in which modality. This concludes first module of Swedan Karma, and in next session we will be covering the Triodash Swed and indications and contraindications of Swedan. I thank you all for patient hearing.